Good day, survivors. This is your guide Luthais, and welcome back. Hope you guys had a great week or a great weekend. And yes, today we're going to be covering the Sultan radiation zone. Okay, and what we basically did is, in any town, we're just getting a basic weapon to protect ourselves, a backpack so that we don't try and loot the radiation zone and we don't have space to put the loot into. And as you're running through Sultan, to get to the first objective is going to be the Sultan Cave. So you're going to want to take this gravel road and just check the road for any mushrooms along the way. And as you just keep to the right of the gravel road, you're going to run until this gap here where you can see the house on your left hand side. And then you just want to look right and take this little footpath all the way up. So I'm just going to show you guys the route for you guys that are new and probably enjoying the series. So what you're going to want to do here is just follow the footpath and remember, stick to your left. Okay, if you don't want to play the video while you're playing, just stick to your left and then make sure you're going uphill. And then you're going to be getting to the top entrance of the Sultan Cave. Okay, don't be scared to fall down here. As long as you don't jump or run and you just drop down carefully, there's no danger. Again, just search the area for any mushrooms. As you can see, I'm just dropping down, getting a nice cold swim. And again, when you climb out, just holding your right mouse button to check for any mushrooms. Mushrooms you can only see mushrooms at a certain distance, but if you hold in your right mouse button, you can see them much earlier. Okay, so it helps a lot for speed looting in a cave where you don't want to look at everything. So when you're done with the cave, you just exit the cave. There's basically just one exit, so I'm sure you guys can find it. And then when you come out, don't go left to Woodhaven side, okay? So don't go to the bridges side. Look at those rocks to your right hand side and go towards them. And then run the direction that I'm basically pointing now, okay? Run in that general direction. And then sooner or later you're going to see the tower and you're going to hit a road. Now if you ran a bit left or a bit right, don't worry. Just get to the truck and the SUV and of course the Woodhaven sign. And then as soon as you get to them, you will hear the river. And again, for the people that are new or that haven't taken this route before, if you don't want to get lost and you don't want to waste time or get stuck with uphills that you can't get up, follow this river. Okay, stick to the left of the river. And if you hear any wolves, just be careful until you hit the dam. Okay. Beautiful dam with a waterfall. You can build a base there, which is quite nice. But again, you just look left and you're going to see the tower. And this is why the weapon is important, because when you get to the tower, there will usually be a dog or a mutant here, which you want to get rid of. And of course, you want to check out for wolves. Okay, now if you guys are on, sometimes there is a wolf pack down the hill as well. So if you don't want to take on wolves with a melee weapon, go ahead and climb the tower, okay? Or try and get a gun in the previous town that you looted. But yes, you can come here with a gun and just feel a bit more safe. And sometimes a spider mutant spawns as well. So you're going to want to focus to the right where you see the tent. Stop in front of the radiation zone. Equip your torch because it's quite dark in there. And then leave your mouse on your mushroom, okay, so that you run in, and then as soon as you're at about 5%, pop the mushroom immediately. And because I don't have potassium, I'm giving you guys the basics. I could have searched for potassium, but this is the basics of entering a radiation zone. So as you guys see, I'm not really rushing, okay, taking my time, using the scroll wheel. So of course I'm giving you guys the opportunity to maybe do it faster. But yes, just make sure you loot everything completely. And don't panic at all, okay? And again, you can get really cool loot in this area. And never forget the SUVs. The SUVs has got a great spawn rate of good weapons. The tents are important as well. I found a dictator, a special AK on that table. And then now and then I find something on the floor there. There's a gun here sometimes on those barrels. And then sometimes on that table as well. Again, the SUVs have got a very, very good spawn rate for guns. And as you guys can see, I'm at about 55%. Even if you were higher, it's not a problem. You're going to go directly to this yellow tent. And then just loot this area completely. Again, just take your time. And the most important thing with the first section that we're looting now is that we have a weapon. And on a populated server, it's quite good to have a weapon. Because if you want to rush PvP, then the direction I'm running in, I'll show you now when I've done looting that crate. The direction I'm running now, if you run to your left, if you keep running to your left, you're going to find a footpath that can take you to the cave at the top of the mountain. And then through the cave, you will be able to get to the large checkpoints that you will hit when you're running from Brightmoor to Hayward. So yes, you've already got a gun. It takes one headshot to kill a person. So if you want to get into PvP very, very quickly, that is an option. Okay, for us, we basically just gonna first get rid of our radiation, sort our loot. And if I have to look at the loot that I've gotten from that first section, because of the AK, I'll give it about a 3 out of 10. Okay, just trying to explain to you guys what kind of loot I have found in that first section. And I'm talking about a loot run where I get a suppressor and a pistol, flashlight, and scopes, and dictators, you know, and landmines and grenades and various loot. So you can get really good loot there. Okay, so after you've waited, of course the truck will be our first focus point, because we're going to move to our right. And what you want to do here is, I've taken the second mushroom because the first mushroom has already worn off. But you want to move back into the radiation zone before you hit 0%. Because if you hit 0%, it will deactivate the mushroom that's basically healing you at the moment. And that's going to, let you waste a mushroom, which is quite important. One more mushroom can enable you to go drink from a river, later on. Here in the truck is 2 weapon spawns. In the little crates you will find ammo. So yeah. I'm skipping it now, but don't forget about the crates. Again, just loot the SUV nicely. Again, the yellow tents has got a good spawn rate for good weapons. As you can see, a helmet is quite a high priority loot item. And I know I always say search the boxes, guys, but when you're in a radiation zone, okay, don't remember everything I've said, okay? Use a bit of common sense. If you're in a rush, you can't search every single little box because that's going to take too much time. Now, what I normally do is I come in here with a potassium tablet as well, because with the combination of the blue mushroom and a potassium tablet, I can loot the whole area. Okay, with one go, because the potassium gives you 40% radiation resistance. Okay, so yes, that's you get basically almost getting double the time. Okay, you just have to be a bit quicker, but then you can do the whole zone once. But remember to have that extra blue mushroom, guys. But because even with the potassium, I still have a lot of close encounters, especially if I detect a spider mutant, or wolves that waste my time. Then I can really push myself a bit. But as you can see, when we did the first zone comfortably and slowly, we exited with more than enough time. And here you can see we only had about 83% radiation. Now, when you've got radiation, you don't really want to get creative with what you're doing. Again, we can go right now, okay, to the mountain and go look for the cave entrance, which I will show you at the end of this video. But we just want to run straight up that mountain because we want to give ourselves time to heal from the radiation. And then just when that message pops up, guys, just remember it, because you have to take another mushroom, okay? It will be quite frustrating if you didn't see that message pop up and you've still got radiation. As you guys can see, yeah, we've got quite a few helmets there, but we could have gotten a lot of other great loot. We've got a flak vest, helmet, and AK. I mean, what more do you want? So we're going to move towards that bridge there. Ignore Hayward for now. If you want to go there, it's fine, but I'm going through the routes with you now. So you're going to head towards the bridge, and you're going to find the first checkpoint, which you will hit when you go from Woodhaven to Hayward. The reason I don't go through the cave, or the reason why I'm showing you guys that I don't go through the cave immediately, is because that cave is going to let you, if you go through the cave, you're going to get to the big checkpoints, okay? From Brightmoor to Hayward, and that's a much more dangerous zone, okay? So in the beginning, I rather want you guys to follow this route, and then, yeah, it's not to say on a full server you won't pick up any action here, but I mean the chance of dying in this location is much less than what you would go to the big checkpoints. And again, if there are any places where I've died quite a lot, it's on this scaffolding, okay? And it's the same even if you go to Brightmoor, or from Brightmoor to Hayward, there's a scaffolding that you get as well. And people just wait for you to climb onto the scaffolding, okay? Because it's a high point, you're sticking out, and that's normally where they snipe you. So on that scaffolding is about the time when you have to be at your most careful that you don't die. And then again, just take your time to loot. Looking at the loot I'm getting here, the tent is quite empty in my opinion. And when I'm looking at this checkpoint, about 7 out of 10 times I'm a bit disappointed with the loot that I've gotten here. But about 3 out of 10 times I'm really excited, okay? And again, we're talking about high tier loot. So yeah, it's all about consistency. But you will get times when you get here and you find extremely good loot. Again, if someone's in the area, there won't be any loot. And you have to be careful. And if you don't hear any mutants, like me now, I got a gas mask, so that's going to motivate me to go back to the radiation zone and give it one more run. But yes, again, if there's no loot here, then somebody has been here, or maybe somebody is still here. And if you don't see any mutants, like there were no mutants in the area now, but I'm on a low pop server, so I just took my chances. And I mean, on a low pop server, no one's going to be really waiting for you, here to just kill you, because the chances that that he's going to wait here for an hour or 2 hours is very low. But on a high pop server, you do get people that camp here, and that's why you have to focus on higher pop servers for mutants. No mutants means player can be in the area or was in the area. No loot, player was in the area or player is still in the area, okay? So just look out for those signs. Again, when you're on the scaffolding, be careful. What I would suggest is just duck down, if you don't want to get headshotted from a distance, or just be very animated so that you don't stand still. Now, looking at our resources, we see our food isn't too bad, but our water isn't too good. So what we're going to be doing is just getting out of view and going right, okay? And as we go right, we're going to go towards the river. As you can see, right in front of us is Woodhaven with the Woodhaven Bridge. And again, we don't want to drink water too close to the checkpoint bridge, because again, we can get sniped, and nobody wants to be sniped while they're just drinking some clean water out of the river. And we've got a mushroom that's activated, so that radiation will die out. So we're going to take the road back, and because of the mask, the gas mask that I've got on, I'm going to be able to stay in the radiation zone quite a bit longer. Okay. Now, like I said, I'm going to show you in a later episode on the radiation zone in the north exactly how I can sustain radiation, for a very, very long time. And the secret to that is having a lot of blue mushrooms, not a lot, 5 to 10, and or let's just say 5 blue mushrooms and 5 potassium, and then very important, the radiation mask. Okay, please guys, don't waste your time with the radiation suit or the gas canister on your back. It's a lot of weight, and of course with the canister you can't carry a lot of loot. So if you want to get anything with the hazmat suit, just get the mask, because the mask combined with the anti-rad mushroom or pill can help you out. And as you can see, we've hit 100% radiation, and we pushed it quite a bit. Okay, but the reason I'm showing you guys this is because I don't want you guys to panic. Okay, when you're at about 80% radiation, get into safety. Okay, and don't panic at all. I've cut it close there, but I know where the end of the radiation zone is, and of course, I can just pop some healing, and I know when I get at about 95% radiation, I'm not dying anymore. So yes, it's a close cut, but I basically just pushed it to show you guys, that you don't have to stress. And just with that gas mask, I was able to loot everything except for the yellow tent on the other side. And because, I don't want to tell you guys about something and not show you, all I'm going to be doing now is going to the yellow tent on the other side that I missed, and I'll be showing you the route to the cave. And yes, like I've said, with the radiation gas mask and potassium and anti-rad mushrooms or tablets, your radiation will stand still and go down slowly. Okay, so if you want to be a pro at a radiation zone, make sure you have the mask on hand. I don't like wearing the radiation mask because it blurs my screen, or it's got like in water stripes over the screen. And yes, it doesn't bother me in the radiation zone like now. It's not bothering me in the radiation zone, but when I go out of the radiation zone, I'm definitely going to take the mask off. Okay, so you just want to keep it in your inventory, and then have about 5 blue mushrooms or anti-rad tablets and about 5 potassium tablets. And then you can take any radiation zone on, and not stress about your radiation. And if you encounter someone, if they don't know what you know, then they are going to be stressing over the radiation, and you can just, if somebody attacks you inside the radiation zone, you can just stay safe in third person, wait for them to run out of the radiation zone because they're going to die, and kill them. So yes, guys, just showing you the path to the cave. And yes, nice food sources here. And as you guys can see, 2 runs, the loot isn't too bad. Okay, we had the AK, and we've got the 8050 now with ammunition. We've got a sniper rifle. We're ready for some big, for some trouble. And we can loot the cave for blue mushrooms and guns as well. You can do a complete run if you want to. But in any case, guys, we're going to exit the cave and we're going to head towards Haywood now. Okay, so if you guys have any questions, leave it down in the comments below. And yes, if you want to see future videos, because I'm going to be doing all the hotspots, just click that subscribe button if you're not subscribed already. And if you like the video, please, click that like button. And if you didn't, you're free to click the dislike button. And yes, I hope you guys learned something. And like I say, I will be literally showing you how the gas mask works in my later on episodes, where I'm going to be doing the large radiation zone. And with my final episode in the series, me and a friend will be entering the north bunker, the most dangerous zone in the game, as nakeds. Okay, all we will be having on us is the equipment for the generator. So yes, some laughable moments, okay, which you guys can look forward to. And now, yes, I'm just basically showing you guys the route that you can take to get to the first checkpoint from Brightmoor side, okay, which is of course going to be the dangerous zone. But in the next episode, I'll be covering the main checkpoints, and then you guys will be able to see for yourself that there's a lot more loot in the area, and of course the danger is much higher, because at the moment the meta in the game is not really Woodhaven, so I don't think a lot of people head towards Hayward from Woodhaven, but I'd say about 80 or 90% of the players head to Woodhaven from Brightmoor, okay, which makes it a very populated area. But like I said, I hope you guys enjoyed it, and yes, have a great weekend, and yes, click that bell button, because I'm going to be popping out those videos quite regularly.